insane the amount of people connected and how sycophantic they were towards him.
Yeah, it is. There's an interesting element of like, just like high school locker room dynamics never really changing. Like, obviously, Epstein was running like this extremely vile and treacherous sex trafficking operation, much of which involving young women, and also was convicted for trying to procure a young woman for prostitution in 2008. So, like, he's obviously, you know, debaucherous.
Yeah.
But the fact that he has access to women, prostitutes, drugs, most likely, this island, extreme connections with all these people, that type of influence just draws in everyone. And the fact that everyone's like,
Do you think that's
I think it's
the
an
influence
element
that draws people in?
That's an element, at least from the Elon emails, that Elon's reaching out to him and be like, hey, is there a party? And Jeffrey's like, oh, maybe. And he's like, I want the craziest party of all time.
That
I
was
want the wildest one.
saddest shit I've ever seen.
And Epstein's like, oh, yeah, man. Like, he's trying to talk in code.
He curbed Elon. He was too hungry.
Is Elon the corniest billionaire?
Dude, I mean, they're all wildly corny. It is kind of...
Bezos is kind of lit.
He might be the corniest.
Is Bezos not in it at all?
I'm really sure. Like, he's obviously like on emails and like different.
Because they ain't want nothing to do with him because he was selling books online.
Bezos is on to big booty Latinas, bro.
Exactly. Bezos is on the Bendito tip.
He was on Bendito, dude. It's Bendito, Al. It's Bendito. Get it right. It's Bendito.
We're trying to figure out this web of pedophile elites. We can't even figure out this guy's name.
Bendito. Shout out my boy.
That's gonna be so funny.
Shit is hard. This shit is hard getting.
So Bezos not involved at all?
I can't say that for sure.
Or his name isn't up in it?
I mean,
it seems
I haven't even heard anyone mention his name.
It seems like there was like an email for like dinners and shit like that. But I don't know if it's like he's implicated in the way that Elon and the rest of these dudes are. But I don't know. The fact that Elon's trying to go to the parties and
the wildest one.
And Epstein's just like, hey man, we actually canceled the parties. The island blew up. We don't do that anymore. Yeah. And just basically deaded the whole thing. It's so funny.
He sent that email on Christmas Day. This guy got like 11,000 kids, and on Christmas Day, he's wondering, where's the crazy party at? Ain't that crazy?
So here's the thing, like Elon's on this whole tirade where he's trying to expose everything online. Like you see him doing, you know, PR on Twitter. And he's, you know, I'm going to pay for the defense of any of the victims if they want to talk out and they're worried about getting sued, et cetera. But he is in like a unique situation because, yeah, he didn't go to the island, but he desperately tried to go to the wildest party. Like if Epstein was like, we just kind of have like a normal party today. He was like, well, when's the wildest one? Right? And that means he must have heard that wild shit happens at the island.
Absolutely.
Because why even suggest that?
Yeah.
Like if you're going over to your nerd friend's house, you're not going, when's the wildest dinner?
Yeah.
You know your nerd friend has boring dinners and you're like, okay, I'll just come to any dinner.
Yeah.
He's specifically asking for the wildest shit. So that means bare minimum, he heard some wild shit goes on. So bare minimum, it's hoes on the island. Legal hoes, bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Yep.
Right?
I mean, I think he says so much. He's like, the ratio or something like that is going to make your girl jealous or make her feel uncomfortable or something like that. He's like, just the amount of women that are going to be there is going to make Tallulah uncomfortable.
But
you can fact check me.
Does he try to go with his girl?
That's what one of them says. Is like, it's just going to be me and my wife.
So he was basically writing back like, yo, don't bring your bitch.
Epstein was basically like, why is he trying to bring his girl?
Yeah, so it says, understood, I will see you at St. Bart's. So this is not, the ratio on my island might make Tallulah?
Tallulah, but Tallulah is actually.
Okay, yeah, Tallulah uncomfortable. And then ratio is not a problem for Tallulah.
Whoa.
Which, a lot to unpack there.
Whoa.
Also, how does Epstein type so bad? Every email has a typo. Like what is?
Well, it's very boomerang how he types.
Every email has a typo.
Hey,
lots of dots.
Some of us.
Can we just hold on a second? Of all the things there are to be upset about this.
Okay, no, we've already talked about the things that we're
Spelling
upset
and
about.
punctuation are the ones that are really riling you up right now.
That's part of it. That's the thing that makes me most
This
uncomfortable.
fucking Epstein guy.
I know, right?
It's the
How
hypocrisy.
does he misspell people's names?
It's the hypocrisy. Okay, that's really what it is.
What was that? Who said that?
That's Norm. He's talking about Cosby.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you know, the worst part of the Cosby thing is the hypocrisy. Yeah, I think it's the child.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the fact that everything is misspelled.
I'm just trying to understand and we've been talking about this before, but I'm just trying to understand the leverage point that he has on all these people. Right? Like you look at he did this interview with Steve Bannon, who's like trying to like rehab his image, right?
Yeah.
And he's unimpressive in it. Like, you know, he doesn't seem like some like mastermind genius. You know, he just kind of seems like a goof a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that he can't also be a smart guy and understand finance or whatever the fuck it is. But clearly he has some sort of leverage over powerful people. And that leverage might have nothing to do with the kid fucking. Like, I think he must have leverage over the government.
That's interesting. I don't see it as leverage. I feel like he's just become like the fixer. He's the go-to guy for everything. So you want the hose, you want the drugs, you want the weapons, you want fix my image.
How do you do that without fear of retribution in some way? And I think you need to have leverage. Right? So like my assumption with him is that like he was doing money laundering. By money laundering, I don't mean like breaking bad shit where you're putting money through a fucking car wash so you don't have to pay taxes. I'm talking about like moving weapons from different countries, right? In order to do that, like in order to get like American weapons into Iran so they can fight Iraq, you need some sort of middleman now. I think there was a time back in the day where America could just do it itself. And then you were bringing up, it was like the Church Act or something like that.
Yeah, Church Committee.
The Church Committee, basically, where now you need to disclose exactly what's going on. And then the United States government is like, well, we can't do that because we're fucking breaking the law around the world.
Yeah.
So they needed these intermediaries. So my assumption is they plucked this guy from finance. Now, if you're a brilliant financial dude, you're just going to go make hundreds of millions of dollars in finance. If you're a guy who's not very risk averse at all, but might not think that he can climb the ladder of finance, but is still a sociopathic fucking maniac who wants power and wealth, you might be willing to do a job like that. And if, in fact, he starts working for our government, other governments, and you would work with these other governments because in order to get these weapons over there, you might need to hit up Israel and be like, okay, we're going to pass through here and get them there. Great Britain is going to know about something going on because they're an ally of ours. So now you're interfacing with their spy networks, you're interfacing with their, whatever their version of like a CIA is, MI6. Like you're interfacing with all these intelligence agencies around the world and they kind of know you as this intermediary. And now we, quote unquote, have to have one so we can do bad shit around the world without it coming back to our pocketbooks, which you can check. So now all of a sudden, he's in a position of leverage with the United States government because he gets to go, listen, if you guys arrest me for this little tax thing that we're doing over here, why would you do that? Is it really worth it to do that to me, knowing what I've done for you guys? And God forbid that got out. And as long as none of this stuff became like a massive news story, because my first thought is like, all right, well, why don't they just kill him? If they know that he has this leverage over them, just fucking kill him, get him out of here. No one knows who he is. And then I found out that once it became a massive story, within a month, they killed him. Right? So, like, he gets indicted, and I think within a month of him being indicted, he's dead in jail.
But what about the first time around?
Well, the first time around, he gets that little sweetheart deal. He probably gets a sweetheart deal because he's connected, but it's not such a massive story that they have to get him out of here, and he's still useful to the governments.
And they did kill the story because there was that one girl that was about to put story out.
And then they killed the story. So like, all right, if this doesn't become a national news story, things were much easier to control. Remember, back in the day, you have a handful of people that were organizing the, what we're consuming on an everyday basis in these different media organizations. And those handful of people were probably on that fucking island with him or doing other nefarious activity. Like we see how connected the billionaire and elite class is. It's almost like every conspiracy that you could possibly concoct about the ultra wealthy has been proven true here. Like this idea that like there's this, what is it? There's a group of insiders. What was Julian saying?
What?
There's that famous quote. It's like there's a
great big club and you ain't in it.
Yeah.